Hi, family and friends of the Storehouse, and welcome to part 2 of the 3-part series. We are unpacking the acronym UNLOCK, and we've done U for understand and N for what we need to do. Today we will be looking at L and O. L standing for look, listen, and live. Look, what are we looking at? Are we looking through dark, fogged up, doom and gloom glasses? Are we viewing lockdown with emotions of hopelessness, uselessness? Are we stuck in a panic-stricken anxiety or fear? Right now, the situation is lockdown. That is a fact, and we need to face that. How we perceive and look at lockdown will determine how we're going to approach it and how our thoughts and behaviors will change according to it. I challenge you during this time to work on things that is important, like deepening your relationship with God. The Storehouse has done well with Fuel for Faith and other activities to help you to do that. Strengthen your relationships with your partner or your friends. Plan on growing or extending your business or your career, or even if you have to change your career. Last, work on your relationships with your children. And I would like to pause there because this has really hit home for me. My teenage daughter recently told me that during lockdown I've got more time to listen to her. She said, "Ask me, Dad, how I am feeling. Ask me how lockdown is affecting me. My stress isn't your stress. I've got stress of school. Listen to what I have to tell you. That will show me that you care and that I can trust my feelings to relate them to you." Wow, that's amazing. I didn't have to rush off to work. I could actually stand still and listen. That brings us to the next one, listen. The saying goes, learners listen, followers do. What are you listening to? Listening to positive influences, words of encouragement, as well as motivational speeches can change our mood for the positive. We have a friend that says, "Hier praat ons net positief. Here we only speak positive." When you speak negative in his company, he would stop you, ask you to change the subject or to keep quiet. That took a little bit of getting used to, but it's amazing that when we join them, how the conversation always stays positive and everybody has a good time. The same goes for what we are listening to. We all can relate to bad news, to negative information that we are receiving. Start listening to positive testimonials and see how your mood changes with this news. When you experience something as negative, switch the channel, or even better, switch it off. This brings us to live. A lot of people these days are telling me that their purpose to live is gone. They're not thriving anymore. They're barely trying to survive. Multiple feelings and emotions go through us every day. It's part of life. Every emotion takes a path in us. We decide if we stay on the path, change the path, or follow the path to show us where it leads. For example, the path of sadness. If I'm feeling sad, I can decide to change to the path of happiness, or to stay on the path of sadness and find out what makes me sad and how can I change that. How do we create a cheerful heart out of hopelessness. Stay open for change. You will be anxious. It's okay. Regularly speak words of encouragement to yourself and to others. Pick up the phone. Phone a friend. Speak to a neighbor, even a colleague at work. It is said about cheerful people, they are as good as the best pain-relieving medicine. Create an enthusiasm for the work that you are about to do. Create a positive outlook on life. Look at the light like the sunflower. Turn your head towards the light. We are grateful we know Him that is our light. Let's look at the O in unlock. The O stands for overwhelmed and overthink. A patient recently told it beautifully. She said, I'm experiencing lockdown in a sense of I'm overwhelmed, I overthink, I'm over anxious, and I'm overly emotional. As COVID-19 is going past the 20,000 infection rate, we ask ourselves, what are we to do? Admitting that we are feeling overwhelmed is a good start. We are recognizing that it's out of our control. It's the first step of letting go. It's a path to new beginnings. Overthinking shackles and binds the brain into a loop of negative thinking that we call automatic negative thinking and have difficulties switching off. With overthinking comes self-doubt. There's a saying, with all doubt removed, anything is positive. Our thoughts will create our new reality. Nothing is cast in stone, no day is the same. You decide how you're going to change that. So how do we break this loop? How do we break the overthinking? Well, I would like to use what we have been discussing. Look at Philippians 4 verse 8. Listen to what is being said. Live and apply that to your day. Thank you.